Hello, welcome to Redeemer Lutheran's Midweek Devotion. I'm Pastor Aaron Gillespie. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Do you know what today is? Of course, December 7th. But do you remember what happened on December 7th? President Roosevelt said it would be a day that lives in infamy. That was the day that the Japanese worked that surprise attack at Pearl Harbor and caught many of our troops, our sailors, not ready for their attack. It was a surprise attack. We weren't expecting it, and it happened. We've learned a lot since then, and it's why our military to this day keeps a state of constant readiness. We want our military always to be prepared for the unexpected so that we, the citizens of our country, are protected. Well, Jesus tells us in His Word that He doesn't want us as His people to ever get caught by a surprise day that will live on in infamy eternally if we're not prepared for His coming. That, of course, is the last day. But Jesus gives us some wonderful words of advice and encouragement in the Gospels. He says this, "Be dressed, ready for service, and keep your lamps burning." We probably would understand what it means to be dressed and ready, but to keep lamps burning, we don't use oil lamps so much anymore. So Jesus might put it this way, be dressed. Have your shoelaces tied. Make sure the electric bill's been paid and the light bulbs have been replaced so that when He comes back, the lights will be on and you'll be ready to go. He tells us that He's going to come back like a thief. No one's expecting it. At a time He said you will least expect it. He concludes this little section by saying this, "You also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect Him." Now, of course, we may not know the exact time, the hour, the day, the year when Jesus is coming back, but we do know He is coming back. And even though the initial trumpet blast might catch us by surprise, we won't be surprised at what's happening. In that instance, we will know, because forewarned is forearmed, isn't it? See, Jesus is telling us He's coming back, and we want to be ready to receive Him. So we'll be ready, won't we? How do we ready ourselves? Well, we ready ourselves by remaining faithful to Jesus and to His Word, and to the mission that He's given to us. First of all, that means that I'm constantly in God's Word, studying it. That's my personal responsibility. That's your personal responsibility. As I'm growing in that faith, as really Jesus is growing me in faith, I strengthen that relationship with Him. I'm keeping myself dressed and my lamps well trimmed and burning, so that when He comes back, I'll be prepared. But the other thing Jesus tells us in these little words is that it's going to be good for those servants whom Jesus finds doing what He called them to do. So we won't just be sitting around idly, looking at our watches, wondering when He's going to come back. No, He's given us work to do. He's told us, go into all the world, preach the good news. And so in every opportunity you have, if maybe it's through your hospitality, you invite friends over, maybe it's your friendships, it's whatever avenues in which if you meet people, you have an opportunity then to give a reason for the hope that you have in Christ Jesus. And that's how you'll be doing what Jesus called you to do. Blessed are you eternally when Jesus comes back and finds you doing that very thing. So that really is a good summary of the season of the church year we're in. It's called Advent. A word that means He's coming. He's come. Be dressed. Be ready. It's kind of like Christmas. You know it's coming. You even know the day and the time it's coming. So if you're not ready for Christmas, well, that's on you, isn't it? Now, we don't know Jesus' day or the time of His coming, but He's told us He is. And so you can be dressed and ready. Fit the readiness that comes from His Word. Ready and eager to receive Him when He comes. And in the meantime, you'll be doing those things He's called us to do. You'll be proclaiming the wonders of Him who called you out of darkness into His glorious light. Have a blessed Advent season and a very Merry Christmas.